Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Red Devils Talk, me your host Session, and of course, Manchester United news, previews, reviews, etc. We play FC Copenhagen in the Champions League in our next game, but I want to speak about the win against Sheffield United. But before I do so, there is a bit of somber news that we have to address. Sir Bobby Charlton has passed away. My condolences to the family from Red Devils Talk. It is tough news to take, and it was brought forward into the public before the Sheffield United game, and a true tribute to the way we won the game with a wonderful strike, Sir Bobby Charlton-esque. And of course, the club is in mourning. Us as Man United fans are feeling it. One of the United Trinity now gone. He is now reunited with the Busby Babes, and it is difficult to take. I myself shed a few tears. When I got the news, I was devastated, and I immediately thought to myself, we now need to honor him and Lady Kathy. We need to honor them in performances, and we need to honor them in the season. It is one of those moments where you tell yourself, time flies. You have to appreciate what is in front of you. Sir Bobby Charlton, we know, is Mr. Manchester United. Everything that he has achieved, everything that he has done for Manchester United and football in general, the hearts that he touched, the way he inspired a generation, his strength to, one, be the only survivor from the Munich air disaster, but also to continue his career after that and rebuild Manchester United and be part of that, if not the main reason why the club was rebuilt, is really good. It fills you with joy as a Manchester United fan, but we have to honor him and Lady Kathy throughout the season. But to the football now, we won against Sheffield United. Again, we didn't play well. There's not much to say on the game. McTominay getting another goal, but overall his performance in the match as a midfielder is not good enough. He's better as an impact player, and his good moments have come when we have been in the attack. So I still say that he is not good enough to start for Manchester United, but can perhaps find a place in the squad, for the season, and still needs to be sold in the long term, in my opinion. But the way we won the game, we managed to put some pressure on Sheffield United, and we got the win through a beautiful strike from Diogo Dalot, something that we know he's capable of and has showed evidence of that before. But we won the game and we didn't play well. That is the main problem this season. Sometimes we win a game by not playing well because we continue to push, because we create opportunities, because we make these chances for ourselves. But on the other hand, there's also progress. Stats have been put out there that we are one of the teams with the highest pressing numbers. Now that shows progress in the way Ten Hag wants to play, and shows that the process is reaping benefits. But there will be stumbling blocks along the way. There will be failures. There will be lessons to be learned. Rome was not built in a day, and there's no way that we can assume that because it's Ten Hag's second season, now we have to go win the league. Now we have to win the Champions League. We keep forgetting that we don't have our strongest team always out on the pitch. We have so many injuries. We have inconsistent starting 11s and lineups, and sometimes it takes a while for a few players to play with each other. Now, of course, no excuses. Certain games we should be winning, but it's not easy to win these games when there's a lack of confidence. And that did show against Sheffield United, that the moments that they pushed us, the moments that they started to press us, that showed that we are not as confident as we want to be. But we got the win, and we deserve to get it because of being the team that created more chances in the game. Now, FC Copenhagen is a different team, in my opinion. I don't think it's a team that would find themselves wanting to be as adventurous as the Sheffield United, but they are a team that know we are not at our best in terms of form, in terms of confidence, in terms of the way we play. And teams that are smart will want to prey on that. Now, there are factors in tomorrow's game that will make the game a bit more edgy, with the likes of Oscar Hoyland, Rasmus Hoyland's brother, being part of their team, it being his former club. There's going to be a bit of personal emotion to the match, if I have to put it that way. But we still need to focus on ourselves and we need to perform well. We can't find ourselves in a position where we are allowing teams to get confidence at Old Trafford, for that matter. Last season it was a fortress. This season we seem to be very nervous at Old Trafford, especially against the bigger teams. And we have City coming to Old Trafford in the league next after Copenhagen. And that's going to be and is a massive game. Regardless of who's going to be playing for City, it's a massive game for so many reasons. But the game against FC Copenhagen tomorrow is no different. We have 2 losses in the Champions League. FC Copenhagen, they drew their first Champions League game, lost their second game, drawing with Galatasaray and losing to Bayern Munich. But it doesn't mean that our options of qualifying for the round of 16 is completely gone. It just means that there's more pressure on us to win now, because starting tomorrow night, we have to win every single game for the rest of our Champions League group so that we can qualify or have a chance of qualifying. And FC Copenhagen will want to cause an upset, especially Rasmus Hoyland's brother. Now, the way they've played recently, they either play with a 4-3-3 or they play with a 4-5-1, where they allow their fullbacks to give defensive cover. But that shows a sense of them parking the bus in certain games, and that might be how they play tomorrow night. But us ourselves, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to play with more urgency and look more like we know what we're doing on the ball. For me personally, as a starting 11, I think Ten Hag will of course stick with Onana. He did say in his press conference that Reguilon has trained and will be assessed to be part of the squad or fit to play. So I think if he's fit, he will start, and I would start him being our only natural left back. Of course, the low at right back will start. And if Ten Hag chooses to do so, he could play Lindelof at left back, he could play Delo there, or even Amrabat. But I feel he'd probably play Amrabat in midfield. The centre back pairing, Maguire has shown good form, and because of that, has to be merited with another start. You don't want him to start, but if we don't have a fully fit back line, he's going to start alongside Varane. Varane came on in the second half after Johnny Evans had to be taken off because of an injury. So I do believe Varane will start alongside Maguire. If he puts Lindelof next to Varane, that is also quite fine. But I'm just saying that because of merit, we need to reward, good form. And Maguire is in good form. When we're playing at Old Trafford, we will have more of the ball. So it is a game where he can play. In midfield, it would, in my opinion, be Amrabat, of course. And I think Mount will come in alongside him, and of course with Bruno in the 10. Mount did not play against Sheffield United, but of course in a game like this, where we want a bit of mobility, we want a bit of more energy in pressing, which McTominay did not give us and does not do anything in midfield, in my opinion. I think Mount will start in midfield with Bruno, and of course the front three, Rashford, Anthony and Hoyland up front. I think that is the team Ten Hag will go with, and is a team that should go out and get a win. There is confidence now. We've had back-to-back wins, Brentford, Sheffield United. So now we can build on that, start getting a rhythm, start getting a consistency, and getting a win, our first win in the Champions League this season, which is vital, which is important, which we definitely need to have. We need to get 3 points to stand any chance of qualifying for the round of 16. But it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for it. It's the Champions League, Old Trafford, vibes are going to be there. And of course, we are going to commemorate and give tribute to the late Sir Bobby Charlton, as we should and we know that we would. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, share to your United friends and family. And of course, till we see each other again soon, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.